Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Woo! That's right. Got the intro in. We are here back again, my boy. That's right, my brother from another mother, Alan Delabie. That's right,
Bye-bye.
actor, martial artist, filmmaker is back on the channel. Welcome back, my friend. Good to
Thank you
have you
so
back.
much.
Yeah, yeah. And today is a huge one for the channel here because we have the legend himself, David Worth. That's right, director, filmmaker, cinematographer. Just it is an honor, a pleasure to have you here, my friend. Welcome.
Thank you. You're very kind.
Yes, yes. And we're going to have some fun today. I mean, not only we're going to talk about your most recent project, collaboration with Alan, Borrowed Time 3. That's right. Vigilante
Yes.
action, all
Yes.
this good stuff. Patrick Kilpatrick, what? Matthias Hughes, Costas Mandalore, Louis Mandalore, all these badasses showing up in the film. I can't wait to watch that when that comes
And
out. And we're
Eric
going to
Roberts also.
that's right, Mr. Eric Roberts. That's right. Yes, the legend himself, best of the best, 1 and 2. Oh yeah. But before we get into that, I would like to lead up here and talk to David here. Hold on a second. We got some people in chat right now. We have Slayer Review saying, "Hey, legends." That's right. He's saying hello to Mr. David Worth and Alan DeLabie there. That's
Thank
right.
you.
Saying
Thank
hello.
you.
But yeah, I gotta talk about. I got to fanboy on some stuff, David, before we get to Borrow Time 3.
No problem.
But before we do that, what got you? What motivated you to get into the film industry? Did you was that a goal of yours to become a very talented director of photography, cinematographer first, and then go into directing? Like, what led you to the film industry? What motivated you to get there?
I was in high school. I was maybe a sophomore in high school back in 1956. I was home alone. I turned on TV and started clicking around, and I happened to come across Citizen Kane.
Oh wow.
And I saw it right from the very beginning. I just looked into it and I didn't turn away. And I followed it despite all the commercials. And I got it. And that's what started my evolution as a filmmaker.
Wow, that was it. You were hooked.
I was it. I was hooked, and I started following up on that being on that desire, and it led me into acting in theater and in the radio, and then it led me into taking film courses at UCLA, and eventually just getting in the streets and making movies.
Oh, nice. Awesome. That is awesome. It's cool you pick Citizen Kane. There's you got other directors like Peter Jackson. For him, it was like King Kong. Everybody
Yeah,
has that, the original King Kong.
that's right.
Everybody has that first movie. And what's funny is what kind of grew my love for film and made me understand it more is one of the movies that you were involved in, which I'll get into a little bit later. And I became like, the term movie magic is not just a term; it exists.
Yes, very
And
true.
I'll talk about my movie magic moment with one of your films when we get there,
Okay.
for sure. But yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome. But yeah, let's talk about some of your projects here. And you were the director of photography on Clint Eastwood here. That's right,
Yeah.
Bronco Billy.
Yep, that was my first union, first major star, first major studio movie, and it was a huge break for me. Believe me, it all came about because of the kindness and understanding of someone named Sandra Locke, the late
Oh
Sandra Locke,
wow.
a great actress, nominated for an Academy Award on her first feature film, Heart is a Lonely Hunter. And I met her when I did a film called Death Game. And Death Game, we just had a screening of it in its completed form. It's been in the works trying to be completed for almost 50 years. It's the
Oh nice.
first time I've ever seen it on the big screen
Oh
in
wow.
anamorphic panavision as it was shot, all colored and beautiful. And that was just last Friday. We had that screening, and it took a long time, but it was well worth it. And that film was the pivotal film in my career because of meeting Sandra, and then I also became the editor. I was a cinematographer and became the editor on that show. And that led me to discover the work of Stanley Kubrick, Clockwork Orange, which gave me my my insights into practical and available light. So that's what led me. That's the homework I did in order to get to Bronco Billy,
Oh
and then
wow,
I utilized what I learned from Mr. Kubrick and in the cinematography of Death Game to
nice.
to help Mr. Eastwood, and he was kind enough to let me do another film with him called Any Which Way But Loose. Any Which Way You
Yes,
Can.
yes,
Right?
yes. But any fun stories on the set of Bronco Billy?
Well, it was an amazing time because Clint and Sandra were very much in love, and I used to see them walking arm in arm down by the river. That, of course, changed with time. They ended up suing each other in court, but that's Hollywood. But
Yep.
they had 10 or 15 years where it was very wonderful arrangement.
Yeah.
And I was just eternally grateful. Clint saw three films of mine, three small films, three films. The total budget of all three put together wouldn't have come to 150, wouldn't have come to $500,000. Three
Yeah.
$150,000 films. Death Game, a reel of action and lantern light and firelight from A Great Ride, and then the feature that I shot on 16 and blew up to 35 called Hollywood Night, eventually called Hard Knocks. Those three films convinced Clint to shake my hand and said, "Okay, you're my DP."
Nice.
Amazing.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Speaking of Death Game, are you aware of Eli Roth's Knock Knock movie?
Oh yes, of course.
What did you think of that? His take on it.
I thought it was a nice ripoff of Death Game.
I like that. I like that. Very well
I love
said.
Eli. Eli came to the screening the other day. He's the guy. He's the gentleman who interviewed Peter Trainer, the director, who's passed away, uh, for the DVD. So I'm very grateful to Eli. He's a champion of
Yeah.
this film, and I'm very grateful to him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like Knock Knock. I thought it was fun, but so many comments I read and reviews I read of Knock Knock, and people keep saying that it doesn't even compare to Death Game. So there you go. Props to
Yeah,
you, sir. The original. That's right. That's right.
thank you, sir.
We have Brandon here saying he's a huge fan. David, he's saying big fan in chat over here. That's right. We have
Hi,
Kevin here.
Brandon. Hi,
We have
Kevin.
Kevin saying hello to the amazing guests. That's right, both of you.
Hello.
There you go. Well, that is awesome. I mean, how awesome it was to work with Clint Eastwood, the legend. That's right.
Was never
Any
on
which
my
way you,
radar.
yeah,
Was
any
never
which way
even
you
on my
can.
radar. Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah, and any fun moments filming any which way you can
Oh, of
or
course,
stories.
we had Clyde the orangutan, and Clyde was a joy to work with. He'd always come on set and grab the first beer he could get his hands on and guzzle it
No.
down. Kiss Clint, kiss Sandra. He was just a joy to work with.
Oh well, he's the coolest orangutan ever. Now he just coming in grabbing beer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ah, that's great. That's great. But yeah, this was another fun one for sure, especially the fight at the end. Was
Yes.
it difficult to film that fight?
It wasn't difficult because, those were movies done by Warner Brothers and the Balpaso team that Clint had put together. And that was the most super professional team I'd ever worked with in film. They were absolutely stunning. One small example, we were shooting a scene where Clint and Sandra were exiting the insane asylum in Bronco Billy, and they had some dolly track laid down, and we did a rehearsal, and we got to the end of the dolly track, and Clint was still speaking, and he said, "We need another section of dolly track." I'm just about in that tone of voice, and he turned around and walked back to one at the top of the stairs. I followed him. By the time we got back up the stairs and turned around, the track was laid, leveled, and ready to go. I had never
Wow.
seen a crew so attentive. All the actors in the crew are just like this, right on their toes, ready, because they want to please Clint. They want to please the big guy, and they know he likes to work fast, and
Right.
that he likes to 75% of the time he either printed the rehearsal or the first take. So everybody
Wow.
realized we got to be on our toes.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Copy that. Well, you don't want to piss off this guy.
No, you don't.
Oh wow, wow, awesome. And man, here's another huge one, a huge fan favorite that you were involved in, and Bloodsport, man. That is huge. How were you? How was it working with Van Damme?
That was wonderful. That was his first film. So that was a great privilege. I thought that he was very talented. He had the look. He had all the talent in the world, and we showed him off as best we could. And he went on to have a huge career. He's still having it.
Alan,
Yeah.
the first time you saw Bloodsport, what did you think of it?
Oh, first time I saw it, I said I have to train more.
Right, right.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what I thought, and so I was impressed by the flexibility and the strong charisma of Jean Claude was, because after Bruce Lee, and Jean Claude, I mean, made something different, like new, on
Right,
movies.
right, right. He brought his own brand of
Yeah,
charisma.
exactly.
But was there any difficult shots or takes, David, for Bloodsport?
Well, it wasn't an easy shoot. We shot over 250,000 feet of film,
Oh wow.
using three camera coverage on all the fights. But the most amazing thing was that Mr. Van Damme, showed his ass for 1 second. Very smart, because when he did that, I was filming it. I said, "That's going to sell a lot of cassettes to the women," and was I ever right? See, JCVD was able to do something in martial arts that nobody had done before.
Right, right, right.
He
Yeah.
brought the female. He brought the females. He brought the females to the audience. They had
Ah,
they weren't interested in martial arts, but they were interested in this young man, handsome
right.
with a French accent and a
Yeah.
cute butt. So that worked.
Yeah.
Copy
Yeah,
that. Hey, whatever sells, whatever gets them in butts in the seats,
absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
But yeah, there's so many iconic shots
Yeah.
uh that you were a part of with this
Yeah,
movie. Is
this
this
one is very good. I love it. Well, it's like a music video. This part of Bloodsport.
like the
Yes.
montage, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. But just so many iconic and memorable moments throughout the film, and especially shots like shots like this. David, was it very difficult to get shots like this? I mean, look at that.
No, I
That is
mean,
amazing.
we had three cameras on it. We put the three cameras there and let John Claude do his thing. And John Claude was ready to work. And he
Nice.
he had practiced, he had rehearsed, he had worked out, he had dieted, he had trained, and he was ready to rumble. So I was very happy to be part of being able to show him off to the worldwide audience.
And then the rest is history, man.
Yeah.
And but
Tom.
just iconic characters. You have Bolo Young's
Oh,
Chong
yeah, yes.
Li, and what a great fight. And I love the whole set for the tournament was just phenomenal stuff for
Yes,
sure.
that was a four-walled floor and ceiling enclosed set, and we built all the lighting into that set so we wouldn't have to move any lights, and we could just keep shooting and keep shooting and keep shooting. We averaged 75 setups a day when we were shooting the Kumite, and I had a high of 93 one day, which I thought I'd never break.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy. But yeah, it's phenomenal. It's 5 stars. I watched it a billion times growing up, and I got it on
Yeah.
Blu-ray today.
And when you
You
see
know,
that this film, the look is still, very still. It's not old. It
yeah,
doesn't look old. Certain movie look old, but I
Okay,
don't know, for some reason, Bloodsport
it doesn't look
pass
dated.
the time. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
again, because I was using my technique learned from studying Stanley Kubrick films of building all the lighting into the sets.
yeah,
Because
wow,
that's all you can do for martial arts, or you're going to still be there trying to do a setup because it take you 2 hours to relight it.
yeah.
Building the lights into the sets and having three cameras to do all the coverage enabled us to shoot that the hell out of those scenes and get them done on time and on budget.
Copy that. Copy that. Phenomenal stuff. You got another fan here. You got Ty Lord saying he loves David's movies. There you go.
Thank you, young man. Thank you for reminding people. I think I have a feeling that somehow we get shoved onto the back burner often. But nobody's getting any younger, and it's nice that they have
Yeah.
found a few of those films. That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Well, the real fans know what's up.
That's
We
true.
know fun, entertaining popcorn, movies, just and iconic films, and we're
Yes.
gonna get to one big, huge one in a second. But Samurai Guy's a fan of horror movies too, and cult films as well. So I got to ask really quickly, with these two movies, how was it working with Bruce Campbell?
Uh, Bruce Campbell is a genius. I just love Bruce.
Yes.
Bruce is as funny as he is adroit. He is just a wonderful guy to work with. Uh, we met and worked together in Bulgaria on those two films, and so it wasn't the easiest time.
Right.
Bulgaria wasn't known as a great supporter of film back in the day, but Bruce made it all work. Bruce was a super professional. I met him on Alien Apocalypse, and he'd show up every day with all of his 5 pages of dialogue memorized perfectly, and he'd always do that absolutely
Oh, we
perfectly.
got the blues playing. Oh
And
shit!
I turned it
I
off.
was getting ready to get down. I was getting ready to feel
Uh,
it.
um, and he was just an amazing professional to work with. And when he starred and directed in A Man with a Screaming Brain, I really respected him because I worked with some top directors. He and the assistant director went through every scene in that film and figured out how long each scene would take to shoot so that they wouldn't go over. It was just brilliantly executed. Really, really top professional guy.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, you got to love Bruce. You got to love Bruce. That's
Gotta
cool
love
that you
Bruce.
you had a good time working with him for sure. Now, here's the big one for the Samurai Guy, and of course, the Movie Dojo Army that's watching right now. This is a huge one here. Boom, Kickboxer, baby, man. So how did you get involved with this project, David?
Well, I was the cinematographer on Bloodsport, and I kept pushing the producer, uh, saying, "Hey, look, I've worked with Clint Eastwood, I've worked with Van Damme, I know what I'm doing. You saw I've worked with the crew here in Hong Kong. Let me direct the next one." I kept hawking him about it, and eventually he called me and said, "Okay, come into the office. I'm going to start preparing the film. I'm not going to give you any money, but you can show me how enthusiastic you are about wanting to direct this film." So I did storyboards, I did script polishing, I did casting, and eventually we got the money and went and did the film.
Nice, nice. You got Champ here saying classic. It's a classic.
Yeah,
Sometimes you just got to bite the bullet and do what you need to do in order to make that step in your career.
That's right. That's right. And another 5-star movie, and it just and I mean, you have the cinematographer the chops. I mean, you're like such a professional. The movie looks again like Alan was saying. This movie doesn't look dated at all.
yeah,
With this film as well, but there's just so many again iconic and just beautiful
yeah.
moments and
I remember,
imagery in
I
this film.
remember to see it at the theater, big screen, and I was impressed about the style and again, those movies are iconic, and so that's why that's make me more. Of course, before Van Damme, Bruce Lee, and Chuck Norris
Right.
want make me dream about to be an actor, but Van Damme completes everything.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And there's just so many memorable moments. People keep talking about kicking the tree scene.
My favorite. That's my favorite too. Yeah.
It's just just so memorable and iconic.
Yeah,
But David, a lot of when I talk to a lot of fans about the film, some of their favorite things about it is the training sequences.
Yes.
So was it your idea to have a lot of training sequences featured, or was this kind of like
I
collaboration, like Van Damme wanted to do it as well?
No, it was in the script.
Oh, all right.
It was in the script, and of course, we embellished it when we got to the location. And Van Damme was always prepared and training and dieted and cut, and he wanted to show off his body, so he'd go the extra mile and make it look great.
Yeah, but that's just, and it worked. But yeah, it's just one of the highlights that people, fans of the movie, always bring up is the training sequences are amazing. Like they love the training sequences.
The music too, because
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
from Paul. Yeah,
Paul
absolutely,
Herzog,
yeah.
yes.
Paul
Yeah.
Herzog, yes, very
Yeah,
good.
Paul's very talented, and Alan knows all about doing the splits.
Oh
right,
yeah,
Alan?
yeah. Oh yeah.
I've seen Alan
Sure.
do splits with the nunchucks. I mean, it's amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Alan's very talented himself.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
But I have to ask, since the legend is here, the iconic, hilarious, will never get old. It's still popular even today. The iconic Van Damme dance sequence. I mean, look now. Again, I'm sure this was in the script. Now, how much of this was Van Damme drunk character, or just Van Damme really showing that he can dance?
I'm not even sure that was in the script. I know the scene was in the script for us to go
Okay.
there and him get drunk and punch everybody out. That was in the script. I think Jean-Claude just wanted to do the dance. So
Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
let him do the dance. We'll cover
Yeah.
it.
I've
And
seen
of
Van
course-
Damme dance in other movies, and I'm
Yeah.
like, this is Van Damme really showing, like, this is
Yeah.
really him dancing. Not so much the character. That's Van Damme.
He has to have something for the female audience.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's
And
it.
it's never gets old.
No.
It's one of my favorite dance sequences. Oh yeah, hanging out with David Worth and Alan Delabie. That ain't me. Whose phone is that?
It's
Seriously, whose
David's
phone is that?
phone.
This is our pleasure, believe me.
David, is that your phone ringing?
Yeah.
Is it? Jesus fucking Christ. Leave me
I was
alone.
gonna do a whole verse. I was gonna do a whole
I'm
verse.
gonna turn it off.
Okay, may put on
There's
vibrate.
nothing to stop here. Check if the device is on your home Wi-Fi network.
It's all good. We're having
I
fun.
should
We're having
have
a
turned
blast.
it off 5 minutes ago.
Oh, it's all good. We're having a good time. Alan was going to join in. He was going to start singing too. We were about to do a duet. But yeah, back to Kickboxer. And Alan knows this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Cassie.
Yes.
And Tong Po, man. One of the greatest martial art movie villains.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Ever. It's just, it's hard to beat this guy,
And this was a very difficult role to cast. We tried to cast it in Hollywood. We tried to cast it in Hong Kong. And he always wanted the part, but we never saw him in it because he was a sweet man. He was a very gentle guy. One day he shows up on location in Hong Kong with a skull cap and the look. And
that was it.
There he is.
Yeah.
Then he shaved his head and seriously studied the Muay Thai and all that. He did a brilliant job. He was an evil fucker in that film.
Oh man, one of the greatest martial arts villains ever.
Yes.
Period.
Yes,
period.
Absolutely.
And Alan knows about a little bit. You know about kickboxing and Muay Thai too. You've trained as well.
Yeah. It's tough. It's very tough.
Yeah.
And when I see Bloodsport Kickboxer, so you can tell it's a real. Jean-Claude is a real martial artist, so definitely he can even after Bloodsport and Kickboxer, he show always his skills. So that's make us more impressed.
Oh yeah. But you're directing, David, and the cinematography. There's so many beautiful shots in this movie, man.
Thank you.
I mean, look at this.
We got up 4 in the morning to get that shot.
Oh, it's just it's glorious, especially the shots at night like this. It's mystical,
Yeah.
It's just so
well.
it's
We
beautiful.
were at ruins of Buddhist temples, and we needed to get that element of mysticism in it, and it was there to be captured. We just got up early and stayed late and captured it.
Yes, and again, like I was saying earlier with Bloodsport, how I love the the set for the tournament. I also love the end finale fight set here.
Yes.
This is phenomenal with the flames and the fire and
Yes.
everything. Like this, we're not messing around here.
No.
Glass, blood.
Yeah, that was a brutal fight.
Oh yeah, you felt it. You felt the hits. Was this a difficult set and location to lighting?
Not really. I followed the same principle as I had in Bloodsport. I went in and made sure the lighting was all built into the set, and that it was coming from the top to show off the cut of the actors.
Yeah,
And we got in there and kicked ass and took names.
that's right. But yeah, love the fight. Brutal. How long did it take to do the choreography for the end fight?
I'm trying to recall. John Claude had a way that he wanted to work, and we put 3 cameras up and let he and Michael get in there and do it.
Yeah.
They just did it step by step, scene by scene, round by round, and we'd work it out and cover it with 3 cameras and go.
Yeah, I mean, they grew up together, so they know each other too.
Yes,
so that probably didn't take
absolutely.
as long to put the fights together. But now we can go back to Samurai Guy's little movie magic story. So, and it's funny because I was just invited on the Metal Taverns podcast a week ago, and they asked me what helped shape you into becoming a movie lover or appreciating film. And my parents, and I always tell this story. There's all kinds of different movies, but I always talk about this one because it's fun. And my parents were out of town, so my older sister came to babysit me, and I was a youngling, and she took me to go see Kickboxer in the theater.
Wow.
And I sat there, and I was on the edge of my seat, and it was a packed house. The theater was packed, and we're watching it, and we're enjoying the movie. Like the whole audience is enjoying the movie. We're having a blast. We're laughing. We're cheering and all that. And then when it got to the finale, and finally, there was nothing holding the character back in the movie, and he can finally cut loose and
Right.
destroy his opponent and avenge his brother. And soon as that started happening, the whole entire audience jumped up, cheered, and I'm sitting here watching all of these adults like going crazy. And then I went crazy, and I'm jumping up like, get on beat. Like everyone was clapping, cheering.
Wow.
And I felt that powerful emotion. And that's something that I recognize young. And I realized that movies can bring you, that movie magic can bring an emotion out of people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I started to
Absolutely.
understand that and appreciate film more and more as the older as I got, and I grew up. And look at me now. I have a movie-based YouTube channel where we talk about film. And I always go back to Kickboxer, man. So David, thank you. Thank you for bringing us this gem,
Yeah,
my friend.
true. Yeah.
Thank you for
Exactly.
the story, and thank you for remembering.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I always tell it, you know. I gotta show respect. But yeah, let's keep it rocking and rolling here. So, you know, you help bring Van Damme to the world, and now to the American audience, you help bring Cynthia Rothrock to us, man. How was it working with Cynthia Rothrock, Lady Dragon?
I love Cynthia so much. She is a joy to work with. I always say, you know, all of the pampered and in their trailer with their lattes performers in Hollywood need to take a couple of lessons from Miss Rothrock. She was out in Jakarta, Indonesia, in the dirt and the rain and the heat of the jungle, falling down, rolling in the dirt all day, every day. No craft service, no place to go to the bathroom. A true professional. And not one word of complaint did I ever hear from her. She loves the work. Doesn't matter where it is on the planet, she'll show up and do it. And Richard Norton was exactly the same way. I just love working with those two. I always refer to Richard Norton as the Clint Eastwood of martial arts films.
Oh, I like that. I've actually had Richard Norton here on the channel twice, a couple of times, and we had fun talking about his movies. And great, wonderful guy.
Great
wonderful
guy.
guy.
Yeah.
Who's doing great in Hollywood now.
Yes.
You know, he's
Yes.
doing fantastic as stunt coordinator and all that. And Cynthia Rothrock is she's even more popular now than ever. You know, got the show Cobra Kai giving her a shout out, you know.
Fantastic. She's the best. I would love to do another movie with her anytime.
Oh, yes. There you go, guys. Everybody watching and listening right now. Spread the word. Lady Dragon 3, let's go.
It's been in the works for a few years, but nobody seems to want to do it. So we'll see.
They're fired. They're all fired. Spread the
Yeah, you're
word,
all
guys.
fired.
Let's get Cynthia back with David. Let's go. Let's do it. Now here's another one. Before we get to Daniel here, how was it working with the American Ninja himself, Michael Dudikoff?
Michael Dudikoff is also a joy to work with. He was a funny guy. He was a lot of fun, very professional. And on this film, he loved to swear. He'd never gotten to swear before, so he'd say this F. I think somebody cut it. He said the F word like 30 times in one take. I was like, wow, that's a record, Michael. So he was having a good time. He was very professional and
nice.
It was a joy to work with. And we
Copy
had
that.
Arlie Ermy, and
Yeah.
it was a good cast, a good shoot.
Yeah, awesome. So this next one, this was the movie that made me a fan of this actor. I've seen him in the Bloodsport sequels. I've seen him on the not the greatest Mortal Kombat TV show that was out. Did I watch it? Yes, I watched it, but I liked his character because the martial arts skills were great. It wasn't until I seen your film, True Vengeance.
Yeah. Daniel Bernhardt is the greatest.
This was the film that made me a Daniel Bernhardt fan, because he did a lot of movies before this, and
yeah,
I liked him because he had the skills, but this was the movie where I was like, man, David is just like, I mean, this movie had everything.
Yeah.
Sword fights, we had gun battles, martial arts. Like, this movie was phenomenal, man.
And you know who the stunt coordinator was on that movie?
Oh, remind me, who was it?
Chad Stahelski. Does that ring a bell?
No way.
Yeah. Chad Stahelski, who goes on to do John Wick.
Oh my goodness. And that makes so much sense now.
Yeah, and his partner, what's his face, who did Atomic Blonde.
Yeah,
And of course, Daniel had a great part in Atomic Blonde. Daniel is a great character actor, stunt coordinator, fight coordinator, martial artist, great guy.
Wow,
great man.
You just blew my mind. It's amazing.
Yeah, Chad Stahelski was my stunt coordinator on True Vengeance.
Phenomenal.
He showed up one day with his arm in a sling. I said, "What's that from?" He said, "Oh, we were working with who's the guy who thinks he's a martial artist, but he's old and fat now?"
Steven Seagal?
Yeah, he was working with Steven Seagal, and Steven had to demonstrate how tough he was by hurting a stuntman.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not good.
Not good.
That's not good. Oh, if you were asked to work with Steven Seagal in the future, would you?
I'll work with anyone, anytime, any place.
Oh, look at that.
That's no regrets.
True professional.
No regrets. True professional. That's right. Making the movie is the most important thing to me. If there's a film to be done, I'll show up early, I'll stay late and get it done.
That's right. That's why he's a legend. You got Ty Lord here saying Lady Dragon is an underrated martial arts classic. He is a fan. And he's also a fan of American Tigers with Sam Jones. Yeah, we got some fans showing up here for sure.
Wow. That's a little film that was done in 15 days.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
On 35 millimeter back in the day, which is hard to do.
Wow. But yeah, if you guys have not seen True Vengeance, those of you that are watching, and hopefully I would love to see a Blu-ray release one day. Hopefully we get some kind of Blu-ray release of True Vengeance. I would like to see it. But if you guys have not seen it, it's badass. Definitely check that out. It's one of my favorite movies from David. But you know, David, sometimes you're having a bad day, right? You just the day's not going well. You're just like, no. It's just me talking. This is me talking. You're having a bad day at work. You get home, like my wife's had a bad day too. We're both ornery, and we're just and we just need some kind of escape. And we just sat down. I'm not making this up. We were both having a bad day. My friend came over, tried to cheer us up, and we sat down and watched a movie. And we sat down and watched Shark Attack 3 Megalodon.
Okay.
And David, the bad day that we were having changed, and we were laughing, cheering. We were having so much fun with Shark Attack 3. Especially, like, I'll give you an example. When you had awesome, amazing scenes like this show up in the movie, and I'm like, oh my God, David's having a blast making this. Like, look at
Yeah.
my
Absolutely.
friend, when that scene happened in the movie, my friend stood up and started clapping. He gave a standing ovation. And we forgot about our troubles for the day. We just had a blast laughing and having a good time with Shark Attack 3. So I don't know if I'm the only guy that has given you this Shark Attack 3 story. But I just wanted to share that with you.
Thank you, young man. That's much appreciated. That's not particularly a popular film, but John Barrowman's famous
Oh,
line in it is very popular.
yes. And that was an ad lib from him, right?
That was an ad. No, that wasn't an ad lib. I said, cut, print, wrap. We started to leave, and he walked up to me and said, "Can we do one more? I want to pull a trick on Jenny." I said, "Oh,
Okay.
sure. Everybody back to one. Turn the lights back on." And he did that line. I didn't know what he was going to do. I'm behind the camera. As soon as he did it, I fell off of the apple box onto the floor, screaming with laughter. I left all the way back to the hotel. I played it for myself when I had the print of it on the Moviola. And I
Yeah.
said, I love this line so much, I'm going to put it in the film, and I'm going to leave it there until somebody tells me to take it out.
Yeah.
Guess what? Nobody told me to take it out. So
That's
there
right.
it is.
Oh, it's brilliant. I'm not going to ruin the line for you guys,
No.
Chad.
You
You
guys have to find
when
it.
you hear the line from John Barrowman, you're going to know what it is.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Oh my goodness. But there you go. You have a Shark Attack 3 story to share, David, with others. That it brightened our day. We forgot about our bad day.
That's what the movies are for.
That's right. That's right.
I had that same experience. I was breaking up with someone, took him to the airport, went back, and walked in and saw Young Frankenstein.
Oh, great.
And I just screamed with laughter, took away all my problems, walked home, and had a great time. Yeah,
Oh,
that's what the movies are mood changers.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Imran here saying, man, this is an awesome interview and discussion. Love it, Phat Samurai Guy. Well, thank you, Imran. Thank you. We got hey, David, we got some Shark Attack 3 fans right here.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you. He's a fan. You got Jake Hall here. He says, love Shark Attack 3. So we got some fans there for sure. This next one here, you had a lot of martial arts badasses in here. You had the film Honor.
Oh, yes.
Man, Russell Wong, Roddy Piper, Don Fry, Remy Bojanski, like real martial artists. And I remember renting this from the video. Me and my buddies watched it. And it was kick ass, man. We really enjoyed it for sure. Especially Roddy Piper is just great in the
working
movie.
with Roddy was my favorite. When I first talked to him on the phone, I said, Roddy, I'm here to do two things, kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
Yes.
And Roddy laughed and laughed because that was his line from
They Live.
From They Live. And so we were instant friends, and that was a great relationship. Yeah, that film was tough. We did it on high def, but we did it in 15 days
oh my goodness,
in Los Angeles.
Days. Wow.
Yeah, that's the problem with filmmaking. You know, it got easier to do with high def, but then they started to, the films that I used to make for 3 million went to 2 million, then 2 million went to 1 million, 1 million went to 750,000.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little tougher to fit all of that 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag.
Copy that. But yeah, we enjoyed the film, especially the Don Fry versus Roddy Piper boxing fight was great. They were just going at it there. Had a lot of fun. The Honor was really good. Now this one, I did not know about this. And like I said before, I'm a big horror fan as well as action and martial arts, and especially a huge slasher fan. What is this, David? Hazard Jack. What is this?
Uh, well,
Uh-oh.
there's a long story, a convoluted story, and I'm not going to take your time and get
Okay,
into it all.
sure.
But basically, a producer came to me while I was a film instructor at UCLA and said he had somebody who wanted to invest in a film and would I be involved, etc. And I came up with the script, I came up with the story, I came up with the cast. We did the little film, and I never saw it completed. I'll put it that way.
Oh, okay.
So I know that somebody came in and completed it and left my name on it. That's fine. I don't wish anybody harm, but
Right.
it was a really left a bad taste in my mouth, that
Oh,
project. And I'm sorry to say, because it doesn't show on the screen. The cast and
okay.
the locations, everything were fine.
Right.
But personally, it was a tough film. If anybody wants to find out more about it, they can read
Okay.
Zen and the Art of Independent Filmmaking, A Cautionary Tale by David
Copy that.
Worth,
Copy
updated
that.
with pictures.
All right, copy that. All right. Well, now I know about it. Cool. I'm glad you at least you gave me the heads up. So that's good.
Absolutely.
That's good to know. But now let's talk about a movie where we know we're going to have chemistry and all this and some excitement and a lot of fun and some classic moments. Borrowed Time 3. So let's get into that. How did you hook up with Alan and get together to co-direct and direct Borrowed
Well,
Time?
Alan was a young filmmaker who approached me 10, 12 years ago, shooting me started. He found out my email address and knew I had done Bloodsport and Kickboxer. And he
Yeah.
was the next muscle from Brussels. And he sent me little tapes that he was shooting with his friends on location in the alleys of Paris and Brussels. And I was taken by his panache and his style and his physical ability. And I
Uh-huh.
started to mentor him. And I was tough on him. I said, "That's no good. That's no good. You need an establishing shot. You can't just go from fight to fight to fight. You need to shoot the building to know where we're at, etc." He learned everything that I pushed at him and more. And he's gone on to surpass everything that I taught him and more.
All
He's a
right.
brilliant young filmmaker. And he and his filmmaking crew, which is Lewis,
Yeah,
Lewis is just brilliant.
yeah,
He carries everything in a backpack.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
A Blackmagic camera, wireless mics, and a drone. And they go all over the world and make movies anywhere with that backpack full of equipment. I am in awe of these young filmmakers. I think they are what's happening on this planet, and I was thrilled to be asked to be a small part of this production.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
I can't give them a glowing enough report.
Wow. Look at that. Look at that,
yeah. We
Alan.
did
Look at
we did a phenomenal job, and we spent a great time. And you know, yeah, I was very happy when David said, "Okay, let's do this together." And yeah, I was of course I was scared because he's done a lot, and he did a lot of great huge film. And but what is independent film, so it's not a big deal for him. How when it's million of dollars, and now it's indie film, so it's very different. But it's fine because we have a good script, we have a good cast, and also good location.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we did it well. And David was we were together, we are scouting some location together. And also we scheduled everything, everybody was on time. And yeah, that it was phenomenal, and we spent a great time. We laugh also. We cannot spoil some
Right.
scene, but again, it's always great to have experience from men like David, because you know what he's doing. And I learn a lot, and I listen his advice. And of course I have my own style, but he bring me he take me, because I love the way he is. He's straight, direct. He's honest. He said, when he said it's bullshit, he said it's bullshit. You have to adapt, and I like it. because sometimes people are very fake and said, "Oh, that's good, that's good." No, when he said, "No, do it like this, do it in this way." When we watched the cuts of Borrowed Time, and he recut the movie and stuff, and he said, "This is good. This is, you have to adapt. You have to cut. This is too long and stuff." And we did a perfect cut. And I think the audience will love it because we have a lot of emotion, and of course we have some action, but we have good location, and David used also his own vision, like practical light, like he said about. Because I love also Clockwork Orange. Of course, I love Stanley Kubrick because he's a genius. You know, he's a genius.
Right.
And yeah, thanks, David, for give me also this beautiful gift. You give me a lot of books, and you give also some notes and stuff, and it's good for young filmmaker like us, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't get any better, you know, than having David as your mentor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like learning from him,
It's
making
huge
you
honor
better.
for me and for everyone, and I'm very lucky also to have Luis, my camera guys, editor.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
Because we have a
Brilliant, man.
great team. He's very well gifted with the skills, you know.
yeah.
And yeah, we team up, and we have more to come because we.
Oh yeah, all right.
Yeah.
When I saw these guys working and I saw the way they worked, you know, I'm used to people showing up for a film, independent or not, with trucks load of equipment. Lewis has a backpack, and they
Wow.
know how to select a location and use the light, use the available and the practical light, and get the job done. They hire good actors, they rehearse, they shoot, they put it in the can, they walk away. I was in awe, and I felt that I was witnessing the next version of Hollywood, and that this is
Wow.
where it's all heading, and they were going to lead the way. And I was thrilled to be a small part of it. Thrilled.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
because you told us about because now people you understand that, David, because you were always on UCLA teaching and stuff, so you know you are always in advance of digital and stuff. You always talk about the new generation of
Yes.
filmmaking. So I remember you were not surprised the way we shoot, because you said that's now the new generation with camera, digital camera. And because people think sometimes to make a movie it's all flashy, but no, needs to be flashy, it's to have good actors. That's the
right.
main point. Good actors,
Mhm.
performances. You have to give performances, and that's why it's very important. And you have to make sometimes tough decision, because
Right.
when you do casting, it's no. He said you don't cast your friend, cast a real actor.
Mm.
Sometimes take more time, and I said it's all about budget. I know, but you know, when you have a good script, you have a good project, and they know it's a real project, and it's not a project like just for being on in your desk or whatever. It's very
Right.
important to have something real, and we did it with Borrowed Time, and you know, and it was epic, but it's always epic when you do a trilogy, you know, because you have to adapt. But this one, it's very funny because some people said, "Oh, it's strange sometimes when you do three movie. The first one is the best." And I said, to be honest, the third one is the best.
Right. In this trilogy, yeah. And I'm sure David helped mold, you know,
Yeah, of course.
the third film to be the best. So in your opinion, Alan, the third movie is the best in the trilogy.
Yeah, for my opinion, yes. For my opinion, yes, of course. I'm proud of the others, because if we don't have Borrowed Time 1 and 2, Borrowed
Right.
Time 3 will not happen. But the story is smooth, so it's not about story. But of course, I improve techniques and everything, you know, and we
Yeah.
different way, of course. But you know, it's nobody is perfect, you know. But
Yeah.
the thing is, if you watch the even like, you know, the first movie of a huge director, sometimes said, "Oh, it was cool, but you improve." If you not improve, that's not good. You have to improve.
Right.
And my next movie will be better, and the next better, and the next better.
All right. Copy that. David, you were going to say something?
No, I said to both Lewis and Alan when I was done working with them, I said, I'm in my 80s. You guys are going to make movies long after I'm gone, and they're going to be absolutely fantastic. And I'm so proud to be a small part of your Borrowed Time 3.
Thank you, David. I appreciate it. And you are the part of history of this movie too. And it's a dreams come true, like And when I was young, when I see Kickboxer on the theater, my dream was, I always dream of a US. I don't know for some reason, but I'm French, but I'm more involved for English stuff. I don't know why it's like that. I think my style is more like that. But we did something magical. Why? First of all, for Borrowed Time 1 and 2 and 3, I bring something like that we lost right now on the movie. It's not about too fancy, but we have this emotional music, this Frank Denard character, and also the martial art, the homage, when we do like Bloodsport, the split, the stuff, blah blah blah. Beautiful location, and the mix between Europe and US on the same times. We have not only one location, we have different location.
Copy that. You have a question here, Alan.
Yeah.
Chat. Where can we watch the Borrowed Time movies?
You can watch it on Amazon, Tubi TV.
Tubi, yeah.
Yeah, Tubi, Amazon. Or if you want, also, that's going to be a classic copy. You can buy it on Amazon, the DVDs also.
There you go. Copy that. Well, before we wrap it up for today, let's go ahead and play the trailer one more time to get the buzz going.
Yes.
Let's check it out. Borrowed Time 3. Let's do it.
Denard is my name. I am the victim of a secret experience. I am on borrowed time. I have nothing more to lose.
I have to end what I've started. I have to find the guy behind all of this. This is going to end badly.
We are discovering a new science, Man 2.0. Wagner is a bad guy. I'm sure you understand that. And he wants to use this technology for very bad purposes. He has to be stopped.
Everything that's going on in your life is deeply disturbing. But I want you to know that I'm there 100% for you, Mr. Denard.
Too many people dead around me. Bro, you are not alone. You don't have to carry that weight by yourself.
How are you, my friend? You think you're smarter than I am.
It's me, Odyssey. This is my city here.
Maybe it's time you gave Wagner a very big surprise.
Surrounding yourself with people you trust is the key, Frank.
Don't forget, we have the same goal in mind.
I know how you like to fight, and you're gonna get in trouble.
You're gonna go there to face Wagner, all alone.
Be careful.
The chaos, the confusion. Be with it. Let it be a source of empowerment for you.
You're the only family I have. Don't do anything stupid, Frank.
Bring me a dream, Denard. Bring me a dream.
Great.
Bring me a dream, Denard. Bring me a dream. Hey, ho! Hey!
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, we have. I have a lot of very good memories on this film. All project. I mean, I remember when I shoot the first Borrowed Time. When I wrapped, remember, David, we have a dinner in UCLA. You
That's
remember
right.
with Neosha and stuff.
Yeah, I remember.
And
yes.
yeah, so at the first place, like I said, I didn't expect to do three movies with this character, but I did it. But it was a huge pleasure and fun to do it. And of course, David, you always give me good advice for improve all things. And what is good is to work with professional actors like Patrick, Eric, Merrick, Christina, and of course we have a lot of fun to do it. And here in Europe also, it was epic. I don't want to spoil nothing, but I think you will feel when you will watch everything. It's almost done on post-production, so I see the cut and stuff with David. We have to adapt everything, and it was very cool. And of course, what can I say? It's for my next film. I have learned a lot, and of course, I have improved a lot. And I think now I am on the good way.
Nice.
Close to
Nice.
David, and
Yeah.
so like he said, no, it's not. It's we will have other movie to shoot for sure. When
Oh,
the
I can't
times
wait.
come, when we have the opportunities to do it, we'll do it. And any place, anywhere in Europe, in US, in France, whatever.
In Italy.
Yeah, in
Oh.
Italy, of course, because I will join you to shoot something in Italy, of course.
Nice, nice, awesome. Can't wait to see you guys
With
collab again. And
Louis,
see.
we'll go to Italy to shoot something.
Yeah.
Oh
The
yeah,
best.
yeah.
The best.
Awesome.
I'm so thrilled to know these young filmmakers and to be a small part of what these young filmmakers are doing. I really appreciate and their talent and their vision, and it's quite an epic feat that they're accomplishing.
Copy that. Copy that. Well,
Yeah.
we can't wait to see the
And
movie when
thank
it
you
comes
also,
out.
Preston, for invite us. It's always fun to do your show, and you're very passionate, and I love that. And your show is very positive. That's what I love. Positive.
Well, thank you. That it means a lot to me. That really does. Thank you so much. And speaking of positive, I'm looking at chat over here, and they're like, "Was that Patrick Kilpatrick? Was that Matthias Hughes?"
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
you got a champ going, "Oh man, I got to check out the trilogy." And
Yeah.
the chat's enjoying watching the trailer for sure. But I really, it means a lot, Alan. It does. I'm just me. I love movies. I love film.
No,
And I
we
love.
all
It's always
love
an honor to
movies, and
talk to
that's
people
why we are
in the
connected,
industry.
because we love
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
It's very important to share the passion for what we do.
Yes.
And it's a passion. It's when people start to have a big ego, that's not good. It's
No.
passion, it's love, it's sharing. It's
Yeah.
all about it's like a message. After it's like Bob, my friend Bob Wall passed away.
Yeah.
Weeks
Rest
ago.
in peace.
Yeah. And I was sad because he was very nice to me and invite me to his home. I celebrate my birthday, and I met a lot of very, very nice people. And that's why I said that's my small Hollywood dreams.
Yeah. And you're living it right now, my friend. But we're gonna, before we wrap it up today, Alan, anything to say to your fans and followers?
Yeah. So follow Borrow Time 1, 2, 3, and stay tuned because more to come. I have my next project, but I can spoil nothing. But it's gonna be not a martial art movie, but I think you will be surprised.
Awesome. Hey, it doesn't matter the genre as long as it's good, right?
But I think you will love it. You will love it. It's a thriller. It's a thriller.
Oh, I like thrillers. Yeah, let's go. I'm down for a thriller. And the man himself, David, anything to say to your fans and followers?
Yes, if you're a young filmmaker, you want to be a young filmmaker, all you have to do nowadays is take out your cell phone.
That's
Just take out your cell phone and make a movie. You don't need trucks. You don't need a lot of people standing around drinking coffee. You just need your cell phone, someone to work with you who can do sound. You need someone you need to cast good actors, and you need to get out and do it. Get into the streets and do it. You'll make mistakes. You'll mess it up, and you'll play it back, and you'll learn from your mistakes, and you'll do better next time. That's how you make movies. And now with high def, it's right on your cell phone. All you need is this and the will to do it, and you're a filmmaker. Hit it out of the park. Hit it out of the park, guys. Come early, stay late, and hit it out of the park.
Love it. Love it. Very, very well said. Very well said. From the legend. That's right. Learn from the legend. That's right. Everybody watching right now. Well, speaking of the legend, I got to let the legends go. Both of these legends have to go because I know they're both extremely busy. David, again, thank you so much, sir. Don't go anywhere yet. Alan, don't go anywhere yet. And thank all of you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share the video. Get the buzz going for Borrowed Time 3. That's right. Keep on the lookout for future projects with David and Alan as well. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.
Take care.
Thank you.